Let's get started already, guys. Welcome everybody to my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna show you how you guys can create a cyberpunk landscape, and today I'm very happy because I think this is going to be a very awesome lesson. Okay, let me show you my screen already. And look, you guys, recently I did here a tutorial for the Vectorize Club, which is this camera lens. Okay, so you guys can join on my Vectorize Club and learn even more tutorials. All right, we did this tutorial, and if you guys enter on there, you will be able to learn even more from this tutorial that I have already on there. Okay, here is the main list that we released about all the tutorials that we have on there. Okay, look, we have thousands of tutorials already. Okay, all right, so another thing that I want to share with you, it's about the sketch chamber that I'm doing with some members, you know, from the Vectorize Plus members on the Discord channel. So you guys can also have a meeting with us, you know, on the Discord channel. And basically on there we are creating daily sketching, okay, with Kina, Brando, and other guys, Atik as well, you know. And if you enter on there, you guys will be able to draw with me while we are streaming and even hang out. Okay, so let me show you what I'm creating on there. I'm doing 3 sketches in 5 minutes each one. Okay, like this one. Okay, so this is a very nice exercise in order to improve your drawing skills. Okay, so basically, this is not a tutorial. Okay, you need to do this by yourself, but on there you guys can look how crazy is this. I really enjoy this. So let's get started already. Okay, today I will show you how you guys can create this landscape on here. Okay, so I hope it's gonna be very awesome. Okay, because here we use awesome techniques about the lines. Okay, so let's start here with the rectangle. Okay, let me hide my screen. I'm gonna start with a rectangle like this. All right, let me change this color for now, and I will duplicate this onto here. Okay, duplicate by just 2 fingers, press it and drag. Let me change this. Okay, so now I'm going to create a line. Okay, let's say that this is a road. In order to do that, I will use now the pen tool. Okay, I'm gonna use the pen tool like this. Just tap here. Okay, using the node tool in order to align this, you know, straight like this. And if I increase here this stroke, as you guys can see in the stroke panel, okay, this is the stroke panel. I'm going to duplicate this already. Okay, you guys can click here multiple times. Look, and on here in this layer, as you guys can see, I'm going to select all of them and duplicate to save my time and your time. And click here, 2 fingers. You guys can select this onto here very fast. Duplicate onto here, duplicate. Okay, select all of them. Okay, and group. In this button here, you guys can group the layers. All right. Okay, so basically when you group them, you guys can control the width like I'm doing right here. Okay, and look, if I select all of them, I can align them like this. In this option, transform panel. All right, look, alignment options. Okay, of course you need to select all of them. Click here in the move tool, and you guys will see this option on here. Okay, align horizontal. Click here, auto, and you guys can change, you know, let me show you the position to the middle. You guys can change the distance between them. Of course, I will reduce here the outline, you know, and let me show you. I can change here the space between them. All right, look. And now, guys, here's the trick point that I'm gonna show you. For example, I will change this stroke color, as you guys can see. Okay, and now I will select them. Let me show you. And there is more stroke on here because it's outside. Apply this on here. okay, because I need to align them together with the same layers group, I mean. Okay, now guys, select all of them, and on the node tool, all right, you guys will click here, this button, select all these top nodes actually, okay, and now you guys can just resize this. Look, let me show you. You can resize this like I'm doing. Okay, look, I can just, let me just fix this buttons. Alright, so basically using the node tool, you guys can select in this option here below, okay, this small option, this one, and you guys can control here the vanish point, I'd say. Alright, this is the vanish point that we have. Alright, and you guys can control this one like a perspective grid lines. Alright, okay, for this one I think it's good, and I'm gonna do the vertical lines. I think horizontal actually. And here we go, doing this one, and I'm going to do the same process. Okay, basically I will right now duplicate this. Let me organize here the layer. Okay, try to always keep your layers organized. Duplicate 4 times, and now select these curves, and now duplicate, select and duplicate. Okay, let's do one more time. Okay, we have enough, I guess. I will group then. Okay, look, click here, group, and now what I'm gonna do, it's the same process basically, guys. Click here on the transform panel. All right, and you guys will see this option on here, align vertically. Okay, because we are going to align in this distance. Okay, click here, transform, auto, turn off the auto. Okay, click here this button first, and now I can just make this. Look how crazy it is. I really love this. And look, we have some lines that is, you know, using outside of this grid that we are creating. In order to do this, I like to clip them. I'm gonna create a area on here like this. Look, this one. Okay, and now remember about this group that I did, guys. Remember, let me show you. I'm going to drag them inside of this new shape that I did. Look, this one inside of this one. Look, it's clipped by using a shape. I like to do in this way. Okay, so you guys can create a shape and clip in a different way as well. All right, let me turn off this. Okay, so basically I have many lines, but you guys can change on here. When you select the group, you guys can change the stroke. Okay, look, like I'm doing. All right, on here as well. Okay, so basically you need to just select the group, okay, in order to change the stroke. Quite easy, I hope. And now I will just select some of these lines on here because they are very close, so I'm going just to delete some of them in order to make some kind of distance. Okay, select one by one here. You guys can adjust this manually, you know. I think it's good for now. Okay, and remember about this shape here, this one I can adjust then a bit more. I want to make this close like this. I think it's better now. All right, and now I will just make this a bit close. All right, so here we go. We have the first grid already created. All right, quite simple. And look, I will start to make the buildings behind. Okay, it's quite simple. Just using rectangle. All right, just using rectangle. I'm gonna create this yellow, duplicate, another one. Look, I will do a kind of sketch. Okay, let's say this is a sketch. I will do one here, another here, big one, small one, and just create some rectangles here. Quite simple. Okay, so let's say that this is our visual composition. Okay, I'm not using the colors right now at this moment. Okay, just care about the shapes. Okay, this is my process that I like to use. And look, you guys, I'm going to apply here just a small gradient in order to give you a better idea. Okay, so using the fill tool, you guys can start to apply the gradient. Okay, this one here will be dark, and I will create another point on here at the middle, as you guys can see, and I'll make this a bit more pinky, and this one here a bit yellow, like this. And we have already a very nice composition. This one can be a bit more blue, like this. Okay, like a sunset cyberpunk. Okay, and look, I will copy this, and I will paste at this shape below. Okay, let's see, this is a river, and we have a nice result already, but I'm going to make this with a different composition. All right, so it's up to you, to be honest. You can make this as dark, and it's grow with more, you know, a bit more vibrant color, like this. Okay, look. All right, so now it's time to make the buildings, but in order to make the buildings, let me show you what you guys can do. Okay, it's grouped. I will choose only one, okay, in order to make the you know, the effects, okay, that I will create right now. So I will start with this one here. Let me hide this. I can select all of them and hide. Okay, I will start with this one. Look, this little guy here, I will create another shape here inside. Okay, these are going to be the dark side. Okay, and another side is gonna be the white side. And okay, now I will apply the gradient in this shape on here. Okay, so guys, basically I'm trying to explain in a very slow mode. I'm trying really hard because in case the internet get down. Okay, look, I will make this with the gradient using the fill tool. Okay, fill tool, and I can now start to apply the gradients. About the colors, my tip for you about the colors, you guys can use the RGB, because RGB you guys can see opposite you know, colors. For example, here the yellow works pretty well with this pinky color, and the pinky color combines pretty well with the blue. And here you guys can see already a nice way to make the compositions, you know. So try to experiment, okay, because there is not a rule. You should just follow this. No, okay, there's not a rule exactly. And this one here, I'm going to select this shape here, and I will make it as using, you know, a blend mode that is here in the layers panel. Okay, select the shape again, select the shape, click here in this button, and change the blend mode, as you guys can see. Look, I'm thinking about to use a hard light like this. Okay, hard light, I think is good. And this side here is the light side, and I'm gonna use again, just select. Okay, make sure you guys are enabled with these options on here. All right, and look, you guys can change the colors, not the colors actually, because this is a hack. Okay, this is a hack. I'm not using the colors, I'm just using the black and white, and change here the blending above in order to see the results. Oh, look, the difference is giving us a very nice you know, result. We can copy this color, you know, in order to save. Oh, look, I'm going just to use here the color picker and grab here using the color picker and this one. So let's say that, oh, okay, I like this color, so I want to save this. Okay, and what you guys can do, you know, I'm gonna show you right now. It is about the layer effects. Okay, I really like to use the layer effects. to save my colors. You know, I will create here add category, okay, and you guys can click here add style from selection, okay. And for all the, for example, for all the shapes that you guys can create using the pencil tool, okay, let's do a random shape. You click here, it's applied automatically. It's quite simple and easy to save your favorite colors. You guys can use the, you know, the swatches on here, but to be honest, I don't like to use this. I prefer to use more the layer effects, because you can apply you know, some shadings with the layer effects. That is very nice, okay. And let's see now. All right, so I will change here this color again, back on here. I will see which one I'm gonna use. Perhaps I'm gonna use, let's see, add lighting overlay, since works pretty well for me, okay. Overlay. And look, you guys, about this, I have a shading already on here, all right. And you guys can start now to create different colors, okay, like this. Look how the colors behaves on here, you know, it's quite nice. And the trick point is on here, okay. Instead of use that shapes that I did before, let me group this, okay. I have this main building, I'd say, okay. And I will start now. Let's see the structure that I did. Look, this is the structure. The middle will be you know, higher, and it's going to get lower, okay. So basically I will just duplicate this more times. This is the trick point, okay. You guys will like it. Look, I will just create more on here, okay, like this, and one here, okay. And now, guys, what you guys can do, it is, let me open these groups, as you guys can see, okay. Select all of these colors that is the base, okay. These ones on here, you have this rectangle, 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 this one, and this one, okay. Just this that has color. And now I'm going to convert this to curves, all right. And now, guys, look how nice is this. I have these curves on here, okay. I will select right now with the pressing with the pencil tool, and select here the with the three fingers. Let me just do this again, because it's quite tricky. It's like this. Okay, can you see? Now I can select this by using like a drawing, you know. And let me do this. Okay, and select only these ones. Okay. And now you guys can click here. Let's see. Just a second. It's because this is selected. I will click here. You need to see this option, all right. You need to see this option on here. And now I can just change here the size, you know. I can just make this different. Look, all right. I will clip all of these shapes on here by dragging inside of these shapes, okay. Just drag inside of these shapes, all right. Look, I'm just clipping. All right, so, and now, guys, I can make some adjustments. Let me just select this. Okay, look, in order to not select, you know, the layers below, because you guys can have some problems in order to select these front layers, all right. You guys can click here in this layers, okay, and there's an option that you can lock. You can lock this layer in order to not select this, you know, without rotation, okay. So it's much better to handle like this, all right. And look, remember about that gradient that I did, guys. I can now start to create this, you know. I can start to make the variations, okay. Let me select this. Remember, you need to select this curve on here, okay, this one that has color, and you can make some different colors, okay. Look how colorful is this. I really like to use this kind of you know, let me apply this RGB to make these effects, you know. And this one here, I think about to make it more pinky. Okay, like this. And look, you guys, you can now create more points if you want. Okay, and remember about these shapes here. I did this in order to save your time about the sides of your objects. Okay, look, I have this side here. Okay, and here's the trick point. I can use this in order to create some kind of lines. Okay, remember, look, I can just start to make this, and I can also use this color here, you know, this shape, and duplicate onto here. Let me do this. I'll convert this to curves. Why? Because I want to make this like a front view. Okay, like this. And I can change now these layers to a different kind of light. Okay, I can make this, I will select this one and make it as yellow. Okay, look, this is the result that we got. You can make it a bit more yellow, the gradient. And you guys can do the same thing for the other sides as well. Okay, like this. You can duplicate and bring this here below. So my tip is try to experiment, you know, how you guys can work with the shapes, because here's the trick point. All right, I can make some kind of more lights on here like this, duplicate and bring this at the top. Look, it becomes this automatically. Okay, like this. All right, and for this shape here, this one, I can make some kind of duplicate, you know, you can duplicate, and you guys can place this below. All right, let's place this below. Okay, and I will start to change this shape here that I have. Look, for this design here that I have, I think it's good if you guys make more, you know, nodes like this. Okay, so this is why I like to start with the rectangle, because I have more control over the rectangles. I can create points and change, you know, the direction of the points. So this is the trick point that you guys can use. Okay, because you need to look at the reference about Cyberpunk in order to know how the buildings works. Okay, look how nice it is. I can use the transparency tool in order to give more, you know, shadings. Look how amazing is this. Okay, so basically I'm using just that shape that I did, and I'm just make some adjustments. All right, look. As well, I will change this color a little bit. Let me make this a bit yellow, like this. And remember about the nodes too. I like it because I can make some kind of points. Okay, like this. I can increase onto here. Look how nice it is. I can look how nice is this. If I duplicate this and place onto here, I will apply this below. Okay, so like I said, this is a kind of puzzle. This is really like a puzzle, and you guys can start to mix some shapes, you know. It's very nice. You can blend them like I'm doing. Okay, so guys, there is not a rule. Okay, try to experiment. With more you guys try to experiment, more result you guys will see, and you guys will get, oh my gosh, this is really incredible. Let me change this color here. Okay. Look, I'm just mixing different colors. Look how nice it is. Merging basically the shapes without using the merge. Okay, and you guys can start to make some kind of play around the shapes like I'm doing right now. Okay, let's apply this on here. Okay, like this. Look how nice it is. I will change this. And I can also create a circle, you know. Let's do a ball. And I can use now the ellipse mode. Okay, the ellipse mode, elliptical mode actually. Like this. Okay. This one. And I will change this color. You can reverse. Let's change this to another color. Okay. Basically, I'm just change the color and see how this will work. You know, there's not oh, you should do exactly like I'm doing. No, this is not the way that you know, not my way, you know, but try to experiment. Let me think about to use a bit blue like this. Look. All right, so like this, and I'll make some windows. In order to make some windows, it's quite simple. I'm going to use the pen tool and create this line. Okay, you guys will see right now. Using the width stroke, the panel right here. You guys can use this option. Okay, the stroke, and on here you guys can make. Let me reduce the size. Okay, you can make some dashes. Let me crease this like this. I will place this inside of the circle. Why? Because I want to clip this. So always when you want to clip, bring the shape inside. All right, like this. Look, we have let me change this color, and you guys can start to, for example, to apply some outer glow. Okay, like I'm doing. But look, the outer glow by default it is white, and you guys can apply the color that is the same from this one. Okay, so remember, look, now seems better, and I can bring this like this. You can apply just a small subtle you know, Gaussian blur in order to blend this better. Okay, look, and look you guys, the trick point, I can change this. This is why I love to use in this situation that I have. I can change, because if you use a rectangle, you will not be able to do this easily like I'm doing. Okay, look how nice it is, and I can change, and I can also duplicate this, convert this to the lines, you know. Oh, look how nice it is. I have these lines on here. Okay, and I can change this to other colors if you want. Look, and duplicate and see here how this will work. This. And another thing, you guys can apply the stroke in order to make this a bit better. Look how nice it is. Just a small spaceship, I guess. Okay, look, I can group this. It's already grouped because it's inside. I can duplicate, apply on here, you know. So I don't know if I'm going to choose here. I'm still thinking, but I will change this shape here that I have. Let me change. I want to make this a bit different. Okay, and you guys can start now to make some kind of, let me see here. You guys can add windows. How you guys can add windows? I have a vector brush as always, like this one. In the patterns, this one here, John vertical, this one strips vertical. And if I draw here, whoop, I have these effects already. You know, and I can reduce this, but I'm thinking about to make this as in this side. Okay, and reduce here like I'm doing. Okay, and look, I can just copy, you know, this line, copy, and click here in this line, paste the style, and it's going to basically paste this style as well if you want to copy, you know. But I will keep with this, but I will just paste the effects instead. Okay, the effects, because I want to keep this. All right, like this. Okay, And you guys can duplicate this whatever you want to look like I'm doing, but I don't know if I will keep with this, this line. I don't know, because I want to keep this clear, not so much lines. I want to keep this clear. Let me change this to this direction. This. Try to play around, while you are doing. And remember, I will be on the Discord channel. Okay, the Vectorize. And on there, I want to meet you guys if you are on the Vectorize Club. I'll be doing the exercise. Sketch chamber. Change this into here. Okay. Look, you guys can add some sides. I think it's very nice. If you want to make different corners, for example, just to see here the question from 𝚤𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑𝚑 corner. Well, if you do with this one here, rectangle, if you do this one here, let me show you. To change this separately, you need to convert to curves. And if you convert to the curves, you have more points like this. Okay, you have more points. So basically try to use this technique here that I like to use most. Instead of using this round with the rectangle, try to use the rectangle. Okay, the rectangle, and now try to use with the corner tool. Okay, so let me select all of these points, and the node tool is here, and now you can change the node. You can change without convert to curves, because if you convert to the curves, probably you will lost the control of this round corners. Okay, so basically you have more control if you do this. Okay, I hope this answers your questions. Okay, let's apply this. Change this. I'm thinking about using more transparency on this one. Let me try, because I really like it. Look, this one. I'll duplicate and change the position of this. Like I'm doing. Okay, and for this one I can duplicate this multiple times. I think is nice. Let's try. Look, duplicate, 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 duplicate. Okay, look, and of course I can change this color in case you don't like it. I can change to more yellow. Look, it fits better. Look how nice it is. For this one, you guys can, let me change this color here because it's too strong. It's called, look, the contrast in this color is calling much more attention, and I don't want to call a lot of attention in this one. Let me change this. I'd say vector is a puzzle, like some of my members tell me on Discord. I will delete this, and I'll make more lines like this. Oh, look how nice it is. Okay, here we go. We are almost finished. Okay, just some small adjustments. Make this a bit yellow, like this. Okay, and now guys, you can apply the transparency in this one. Let me apply it just a bit. Oops. Alright, so here we have so far a better result than before. Alright, so it takes time, to make all the adjustments. Alright, it takes time. Don't think that you will just do everything in 1 minute. This is not the things how it works. But if you follow my process on here, I think you guys can do, I'd say, fast, because I'm saving much more time by using rectangles and the nodes instead of create each one by the pen tool. I'm not using the pen tool, as you guys can see. All right, I'm not using the pen tool. Let me change this on here. Apply this on here. Perhaps I don't think that I'm gonna use this one here. Perhaps just if I do another one on here, okay, and I will change this color. I mean, just make some kind of variations. Okay, here, and resize this. Look, far better. And look, guys, a nice technique that you can use. It's about this. Let me change this color here below. Look, I will need to unlock this. Okay, this layer. Click here in the lock, and now I can change to another color, like you guys will see right now. Okay, let me see. This, yes. Okay. And let me see if everything is grouped, because I will apply our mirrored effects on here like this. Okay, look, I can change here the position and the size. Look how nice it is. I apply more light effects. I think this color here, I really like it, to be honest. And let's see, I will apply a circle behind. Let me do a circle behind of this. I need to draw this below. Okay, these are going to be, let's see, the sun and these effects. Of course, I will change this color, and let me experiment more the different colors on here. Create more points in order to change this. Let me use the HSL. I really like to use the HSL in order to change this. Okay. You guys can click here in order to reverse. Okay. I think it's very nice because you want to change a bit of the compositions, right? Like I'm doing. Yellow and pinky. I really like this color, pinky. Okay, something like this already, and perhaps I can resize this because it's too big for me. Okay, and look, this is much more adjustments that you guys can apply. All right, and I remember about the technique that I'm gonna show you about this one. Let me show you. I will duplicate this. Okay, you guys can leave something like this, you know, if you want. And I will duplicate this, and let me hide this for now. I will flip this right now. Click here at the transform panel. You guys can flip, and now I will drag this here below, but this needs to be above of this layer, as you guys can see. Okay, look, this is a mirror effect. Okay, look how nice it is. And I'm going to use the transparency tool, okay, in this direction. Look, okay, and I will change as well the blend mode. I'm going to use the glow. Okay, and let me click here just to save this. Okay, look the result already, how it's becoming. It's not finished yet. Okay, just make some adjustments. You guys can experiment another kind of blending. Okay, you can leave it like this, but I'm thinking about to leave. Look, the reflex fits nice, I guess, but let's see another colors like this. Okay, look, and let's see here the background. This one, let me change this color that is below. Okay, you can change here. So basically the gradient allows you to do many kind of experiment, you know, so it's up to you about the colors that you guys want to apply. All right, and look, I want to apply a nice effects here. Before I go, I want to use some lightings, you know, getting inside to outside of these layers. I'm thinking, you know, I'm not enjoy so much this one. Let me just hide these layers, because if I do this, I think I will need to apply to all of them. I don't know if I. What do you guys think? Should I keep this or not? Because if I add one detail on here, probably I will need to add in all the other ones, you know, probably. But I can keep it like this, clear. And I don't know. Okay. And the light. I will create now a rectangle like this. Let me bring this light, this color. Okay. And I will apply the transparency. Okay, the transparency like this. And let me resize this, duplicate, and bring it to here, duplicate, bring it to here. I will change right now the gradient. I'm using the transparency tool, alright? Just to let you know, I'm using the transparency tool in order to make this have kind of fadings, you know, lights is getting out from the city. Alright. Let me see here if I can experiment another color. Okay, like this. Look. And you guys can try, look, to hide this color, as you guys can see, and even to increase to more kind of lights, you know. It's quite nice. I think with more middle, you know, in the center, I think is nice, because let's say that this is a cyberpunk, and from the middle, I think it's nice, you know, having these effects from the middle, you know. Yeah. Let me just apply some effects here. Duplicating. Here we go. Okay. And it's up to you. You can change this whatever you want. You can apply a sun behind. You can apply a background, this color, you know, very colorful. I really like this kind of result, you know, colorful, because this is my identity. All right. And for example, this is opacity. Yes, this is opacity, Bruno. I'm using here the transparency. Basically, this is opacity. Okay. And this is the result that we got so far. Okay, I really like it. A cyberpunk landscape. Okay, look, I don't know if you guys can see this result. Okay, guys, let's see the questions. If you guys have some questions, and if you are from Patreon, you can enter on Discord, because I will be on there already. Okay, and let's see if we have more questions. Yes, Kina, I think without Windows, I think it's better as well. But you know, in case you guys want to download this after, I'm thinking about if I will upload this on the Patreon, you know, where you guys can upload it on there. And let's see. Yeah, yellow I think is nice as well. Pinky. So it's up to you guys. You can change the colors. And remember about the, you know, the layer styles, because the layer styles here that I did, you can just save all of them. Okay, like let me show you. Where is? Okay, it's this. Add style from selection. Okay, and this one as well. I can add style from selection. Basically, here I'm just saving the style, and even for this one. Okay, look, this one here that I have. I can create even more effects. Okay, if I draw this line and click on here, look. This needs to be above because it's inside of another layer. Let me apply this one here. Okay, it's here. Oops. And now I can increase the line, of course. And look how nice it is if you try to experiment the layer effects, because you can explore more other different compositions, you know, like I'm doing. the order glow, the blur. Okay, so basically is this. Okay guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget that you guys can enter on the Patreon in order to get even more tutorials, and this is really helpful for all the Vectorize club and the community. Okay guys, and perhaps I'm gonna do another kind of design today, because yesterday I did some demons, clown demons, and yeah, this one as well. Okay guys, thank you so much. I hope